but I can try.
Don't tell me you want to stand up to us. I think we're better off giving the geezer some space. Uh-oh. Don't think you meant to run this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah, it's been a crazy week for me. Here's the funny thing: my razor stopped working, so I couldn't shave.
Oh man, you got to get a new one of those, man.
I know. I have to spend more money. I'm trying not to do that.
No, man, you got to come out of pocket. That's 2025, man. You want to exist? Cost a couple dollars.
Yeah, so I hope you don't mind. I was supposed to be shaved, but I'm stuck with it. I hope you don't mind if I got a beard on this time.
I absolutely do. I am disgusted, and I feel like I've been disrespected because you have a beard.
Oh my gosh. I guess we can go ahead and get this thing started.
All right.
So yes, my name is Phil. I host I also go by Phil Q Productions, and I have a special guest tonight. So if you can introduce yourself, who's Mike Smith? I'm speaking to you this Thursday night.
Hey, Mike Smith. I am a voice actor out of Dallas, Texas. Moved down here a couple of years ago to learn to do this whole voice acting thing, get into some games and some dubs, and try and see if I can make the voice acting thing work. And I've been doing it ever since, and kind of love it. So
I tell you, you're enjoying it, man.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes it can be a little slow, but once you get started,
hey, once that snowball gets rolling, man, it's hard to stop it. It's hard to stop it.
But overall, you feeling good tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did a bunch of work today. I had a quick little few sessions, then came back and got some good emails, and now I'm just chilling, talking to you, getting this chat going on.
Okay. So listen, before we get this thing started, I want to start with a little icebreaker.
All right.
So I want to tell me, what are your top 3 Black superhero characters?
Man, top 3 Black superheroes. Okay, so right now it would have to be, Green Lantern, of course. Green Lantern is just like an automatic for most folks.
John Stewart. Gotta love John Stewart.
Gotta love John Stewart, man. Let's see. I could go the easy route and say Static, because everybody grew up with Static, and
that's an old classic. That's a modern classic.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. So I could say that. And then, who's cool right now? I love that he's getting all this new play from stuff from Superman and from all the new DC animated shows and movies that are coming out. Mr. Terrific, man. I'm glad that he's finally getting some play. We've known about Terrific forever, but now he's finally getting some screen time and all these different properties. So I'm like, that's cool. I
liked his scenes. I really liked his scenes in that Superman movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my parents to watch it with me, so we're going to work on that part. But
you got to get them on that. You got to get them on it.
That 5 years time seeing that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was great.
It was like the artist at work.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when they start doing those amazing music soundtracks, they start, oh, here we go. He about to do his thing, the artist at work.
Yeah, they try and pop off a little bit, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Go ahead with it. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so the way I've done this, after I've done some research on you, I have 20 questions.
Okay,
so
you need to research.
So
it's you in school right now. Okay.
Hey, I just listen. I want to make sure I have everything. Sure. Oh wait. Oh, sorry, I messed up. This is not 20 questions. I had to do some more deep diving.
Oh.
It's 29 questions.
God. Ooh, okay. All right. All right,
listen,
29. You said not 20 questions. We got 9 extra ones. We'll sprinkle those on top. Okay, all right.
Listen, I like to keep it. Listen, I come with receipts. Okay.
Yes.
So, listen, all the voice actors that I've talked to, they've been saying great stuff. Like, he comes with receipts. He's got questions ready for us. He does his research.
That's good. You got to get on your hot ones, Steez.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, research and reading is fundamental.
Absolutely.
So,
Reading is fundamental.
yep, yep. So I divide this up into sections, and there's 5 questions in each of them, including the extra 9 I put in there. So, but we're gonna go start into the intro. Then we're gonna do some character deep dives. Those are
All
your
right.
favorites.
All
So,
right.
and then et cetera, et cetera. So,
All right.
so let's start with section 1, the personal journey and growth. Now, how did your journey into voice acting begin, and what drew you specifically to the anime and dubbing?
Man, I tell everyone, my story is not, I don't know if my story is very normal. I've never wanted to be a voice actor. I never grew up like I'm going to be in voiceover. I never thought about like, oh, I'm going to do this. I kind of accidentally into voice acting. And so like my whole life, I worked in the government, basically. I wanted to be an ambassador when I grew up. And so I did all this stuff. I was in the Peace Corps for a while. I lived all over the world, and that was the plan. But government got a little, so I was like, I can't keep doing that. And a friend of mine and we just kind of picked it up as a hobby, and we were like, let's see if this thing will actually work. And I started taking it a little seriously. My first booking was I did, those walkthrough tours of like people's apartment complexes. I did one of those, and I was like, oh, I can get money doing this stuff. And then I started taking it a little more seriously, and I was like, oh, maybe I could, learn to do some games and some dubs and get in some anime or something. And then so I kind of saved up a bunch of money, moved down here to Dallas, and was like, look, I'm gonna try and see if I can make this work, because my whole government idea wasn't going to work out anymore because of, like I said, all the stuff that's going on. I was just like, I can't do that no more. So I was like, let me see if I can make this thing work and, get the ball rolling on voice acting. And I've been here since 2020 and learning and doing it ever since. So that's been my whole journey. Now I'm still learning, still trying to get into some bigger stuff. And still, I need to make some new goals and try and hit those.
I think the main thing and you should know is also you didn't give up. Like,
Yeah.
You got, sometimes we find something that is not, this is it's not for me.
Yep.
I might need to go into some different area of waters.
Of course. Yeah. You gotta be flexible. The more rigid you are and like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and then if something happens or comes along and you're just like, no, I have to do this, like you're just gonna close yourself off from options or things that you might not have known that you actually love. So you got to be flexible. You got to be willing to try different things, see if things work, see if things don't work, move around, do some different things. So
yeah, you don't want to find yourself trapped in a box and you can't get out.
Yeah, no, that sucks. That's not good.
No, it is not. And you say, I think that the message here for that first question, just make sure when you find if you find a roadblock, turn around and get rerouted. Just keep looking for new ways to be successful.
That, or like I like to say too, is that like I don't believe in you have to do one thing your whole life. Your life, you should be trying 6, 7, 8 different things. You should be going different places, trying different jobs, meeting different people. Life should be about experiences, man. Like you shouldn't just be like, I got to do this one thing so I can make money and then I can live and then oops, I'm dead. Like, no, don't do that. you gotta make something out of life. Whatever you want to do, try it. If you don't like it, cool, you tried it. Move on to the next thing. Move on to the next thing. Like get some experience in your life, man.
Of course, man. Of course, definitely.
Yeah.
Number 2, what was one of the biggest challenges you faced in your career, and how did you overcome it?
Man, the biggest challenge for me personally is just learning to act. I've never been an actor. I didn't like when I was in school growing up, never acted, never wanted to be an actor. I never like studied. I never went to like plays or theaters or anything like that. And I was just like, when I got into voice acting, I was kind of one of those people that was just like, oh, it's just talking into a mic. It's cool. It's easy. And I can do that. And I found out very quickly it's not just talking into a mic. You can't just walk up and be like, oh, yeah, I'm good now. Yeah. So just learning to act and learning the different styles of voice acting in like all these different genres of VO that you can do. So like commercial is very different than anime, is very different than video games, is very different than audiobook narration. Like learning all of these different styles and techniques and things that you have to bring to the voiceover game to be successful has just been, it's been very challenging, but it's been a lot of fun because it's like, it's something that I've never done before. And I like learning new stuff and trying different things. So it's been really challenging, but man, I love it. I love it a lot.
You know the old saying, knowledge is power.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
Yeah. Because, because so many voice actors, they think they just walk on mind. But here's the thing. There's more to voice acting than you actually know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know all the secrets.
Nope.
Some of that stuff you got to figure out on your own.
Yep. I'm still figuring stuff out.
And it's tricky. I think that's what most people think. They think they're going to walk up and just do something. Oh, I got it. This ain't nothing. But when they start to tear off the mask,
yep,
it's a different story.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They'll show up and be like, oh yeah, like I'll get messages and people will be like, yeah, I want to be a voice actor. What do I do? And I'm like, this, go to this website, you read these things, learn this and this. And they're like, whoa. No, I just want to do anime. I'm like, yeah, you got a lot to learn if you want to do some stuff like that, man. You're not just going to walk into Crunchyroll and be like, yeah, go ahead and cast me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. No problem. Like, that's not how it works.
No.
Yeah, so
and so many people fall into that trap.
They do, and I get the allure of like, okay, this is my dream. I'm gonna chase it. I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna knock it out of the park, and I'm gonna be in this and this and this. And I get the draw of that. Like I know the feel of like wanting to just show up and like I'm gonna kill it, but that's not exactly how it works. So you got to learn a little bit. You got to do a little learning. You got to meet some people. You got to find the right avenues into the industry, and then you can kill it. Then you can be the star.
Of course, Mike. I agree with you. How do you stay grounded between sessions, especially when juggling multiple characters and projects?
Man, between sessions and juggling is like, I think the best way to kind of like stay grounded is like, I personally like to just like, I'm a big nerd in the first place. So I like to just like, of course I'm going to watch and like play the stuff that I'm in, but you got to watch and play other stuff too. And like, you'll hear what other people are doing and kind of get ideas from what they're doing and be like, oh, maybe I could have done it like this. And then like, so you hear like how other people approach jobs and whatnot, and it makes you kind of sit back and think, oh, maybe I could have done this better. Oh, maybe I could have done this differently. Oh, maybe I messed up on this one and I could do it like this guy does, or like whatever. So like just making it so you can always see that you have something to learn or something that you can do better or differently is what really will keep you grounded. Because once you start like, oh no, I'm the best, I'm good, no, I don't need to work, then you'll start like going off, and like maybe you'll start getting a little too out of pocket with like your reads and with your characters and stuff, and then you'll start blending them together and be like, oh, I'm just going to go in and do all this stuff. But the more varying stances and opinions and ideas you get, the more you'll have to like pull from, and the more grounded you'll stay, because you'll be like, look, there's a lot to this. So like, even if I know what I'm doing, I could do better. So
listen, every time when I interview you guys, I go back and watch the videos and see what could I've done better. And listen, all the stuff that I keep, I've talked to a lot of people with a lot of creative stuff. There's a few people in my area. Are you familiar with the College of Art and Design, the SCAD, about the SCAD and everywhere?
I've heard of it. Yeah. But like,
I interviewed a SCAD student 2 weeks ago. He said one of part of my creative process is keeping multiple different sketchbooks. She showed me 10 different sketchbooks.
Golly.
Listen, she's passionate about it, and she
That's
wants
good.
to keep doing like all kinds of. She's trying to be she's a senior. She's trying to be an animator.
That's great.
So listen, from you guys, I keep everything that I research. I keep all this in my notes.
Oh yeah.
So I don't lose anything. You know how many like sections I have in my phone? Like
I was about to
have
say, how
like
many pages you got in there? Yeah.
I got at least I got at least almost 60 pages in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of information that I have to look back on and make sure I have it. Sometimes I delete the old stuff just because sometimes it does eat up a lot of storage. But I just want to make sure I have something that I can have to look back on when I have the information. Because some people, and here's the one thing that I do understand. Sometimes voice actors don't do the research or drop notes. It's not all of you. Some of you guys don't want. Y'all like to just get straight to it. Which is I can understand that point, but I know some guys like you, Mike, you want to be very cautious about the unknown territory you're about to get into.
Yeah, I'm very cautious. People tell me I'm too cautious because like I still have the mentality like I've been doing this for a while, but I still have the mentality like, man, I don't really belong here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not an actor. I haven't been acting since high school and stuff. Like I haven't been like these people that have gone to conservatory and stuff. So I'm always just like, man, I got to learn more. I got to do better. I got to get to this level before I can do this and this. And people like, no, you're good, man. You're good. I'm like, no, I'm not. Stop telling me I'm good. I'm like, I'm not. I gotta learn more. I gotta do better. But yeah.
Yes, listen, don't listen to them. Even if they think you've done enough, but if you feel like I could do better, keep going.
Yep. I gotta keep learning, man. Keep learning.
Listen, learn is forever.
Yep. You should always be learning.
Exactly. Knowledge is power, like I said before.
Yep.
Listen, even there, I'm still learning stuff. I went back to school. I'm about to be done my cybersecurity program.
Oh, nice.
So, like, I already did my 4 years in college. I graduated with a bachelor's in digital media production and journalism.
Okay.
So, thing is, I took a break from. I did do photography. I did like professional photo shoots of models. After a little incident in April, I decided to put that back on the shelf, and I picked this up.
Yeah, pause it a little bit. You can always go back to it.
Because the thing is, I was like, what else can I do? Yeah. So I looked back what I did in college, and I was like, let's see. I did do 3 documentaries.
Oh, dang.
So I guess I could try to do something. I do want to interview more people. So I was like, maybe I should start a podcast.
That's hey.
Right now,
that's whatever. That's popping right now.
Right now, you're my 34th episode.
Oh, 34. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah,
listen, I've been doing this.
Yeah, you've been doing it since April. You said, yeah.
Well, I've been doing this since June.
Since June. Okay. Yeah.
Listen, I'm probably going to have a lot more. I might make it to 100 by the end of this year. I'm not sure.
Man,
but let's see how far we get.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. You should be rolling like one a week. Let it play out. Let people watch it. Let them marinate on it. And then the next week, bring another one. Let that play out. You could be. And then while you're between episodes of your interview podcast, you can be doing something else to put in with it, make some more content to build. See, like the creative thing, I kind of like this. This is what the creative side of the world does to me. It's like I start looking at things and I'm like, oh, this could be cool too. And then this could be added to that, and then make this even better, and then build this up. And then you can have your own YouTube media empire or something. You want to do all kinds of different stuff. Don't just be throwing out like 3 interviews a week and stuff like that. Just do like
I will tell you one thing.
Stuff. Yeah.
I will tell you one thing, Mike. I deleted my gaming channel.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, I had to make some changes because I was like, with this whole podcast popping up and me changing my name from Phil Koo 2000 to Phil Koo Productions. I was like,
yep.
All right, let me just go ahead and embrace the name.
Yep.
So I changed to Phil Koo Productions, and since it's almost Halloween, I uploaded the full walkthrough for Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah. The
2008 game, that's an old classic. It's still popular today. Listen, when Back 4 Blood flopped in 2021, most players kept playing Left 4 Dead.
I was so sad because we were so hyped for Back 4 Blood, and it just wasn't as good. And we're like, man. So we went back to Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, so I'm trying to play that. I've been trying and then like later this weekend I got plans. Listen, I'm trying to play some Halloween games. I also got plans to do Luigi's Mansion 3.
Spooky season, man. You got to get on the spooky stuff.
Here's the thing, though. Batman Arkham Knight takes place on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I ain't gonna have time to get to all the Halloween games, but it's okay. I don't have to get to everything.
You don't gotta get to everything. Just do a couple. You know what? Like you can do a couple, and then like put those in on the site, and then like go to some cons, do some interviews at the cons, put those down there, then throw your interview with your voice actors in, and man, you can have a whole production going, bro.
That's true, of course, man. Listen, with productions, I was like, okay, pretty much, the sky's the limit with that name.
Sky's the limit.
I can do anything, I
Yes,
still
you
want to
can.
like, because mainly what I talked to, and I told this to Jay too, because I know Jay's a great guy. I was just telling him, if I can spend at least a few minutes, because I know some of you guys don't do a lot of online interviews, like Monica Real, she does she only does in-person interviews. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Now, don't know. I think that's true. I'm not sure. Last time I saw her was back in 2021.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was like, he told me the best way to do, just go meet her at a con and just tell her what you're doing, and we can compare notes when I come back. Because I was like, listen, Mike, if I can spend at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even if it's at a convention, you don't have enough time. If I can just spend 10 minutes, just ask you a few questions and having a genuine conversation with you guys, that's all I'm asking.
That's all you need, man. Once you get that ball rolling, and then that might even turn into something bigger. Like I just started doing some online stuff with a teacher I'm from Colorado, and so one of the teachers from one of the high schools in the area reached out to me and was like, hey, you want to do this thing? So I did an interview with them in his classroom and all this stuff, and all the students loved it. It was great. He was like, man, we got to keep doing these. I'm gonna go to this one, you can do this school. I was like, hey, just hit me up, man. Some people are for it, some people aren't. You just got to find them where they are.
Yeah. And lately, because you saw my brand, it's just the conversation, just filters, no conversation. Listen, I don't make this an anime podcast because I was like, I want it to be more than just voice actors. Like I've been bringing like illustrators, tattoo artists, cosplayers, professional business people, all kinds of people who do amazing things. And that's why I was like, when I was going to start this, I said, hey, voice actors coming soon. I just had to figure out how to get to that point. Then I stumbled across Jay's name, and he helped me get you guys on board. So I'm just trying to be as diverse with this podcast as possible.
You should. Like if you have like a main theme, if you're just doing like nerd culture in general, then that's everything. Like you said, that could be artists, that could be tattoo artists, that could be voice actors, that could be like, if you want to do like video game stuff, you can do like motion capture artists and people that do like all the movements for characters and everything. Yeah, there's so much you can do, man. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and listen, like I said before, we're just two people just having our conversation.
Of course.
So I think I'm going to stick to that name because it makes sense.
Yep, it makes it easy.
There you go. Not something too crazy, just something simple.
Yep.
So sorry if I invented a lot there.
Oh, you good.
That's
what we're here for, the conversation.
What's something about the voice acting process that fans might be surprised to learn?
I found out that the thing that fans are always surprised to learn is that like voice actors aren't rich. We're not out here like getting paid to do voiceover. Like we get paid per hour per gig that we're doing, and like while people may be like, oh my god, you get paid for like $200 an hour, oh my god, it's not like we're working 40 hours a week, guys. like $200 an hour, I might work an hour for like that week for that project, and then it's like if I get another job that week or something, then I get another $200. So I made $400 in a whole week. Like we're not getting like crazy spending money, like going out buying Maseratis and stuff. Like we're just making it just like everybody else. It's just we have a different job. So like people think that voice actors are making all the money, and most of us are not. A lot of us are just making it, and we've got to do all kinds of different things to make up the money for, like, if you were doing a 40-hour-a-week job and we're doing like, we might work 10 hours, that means we got to do so much more to like get to all these different jobs and find people that want to hire us, versus like you just waking up and going to work and being secure. Like, so we've got to do a lot of back and forth. We got to do a lot of leg work. We got to go find a lot of work all the time. So it's not as easy as people think, and we definitely ain't getting paid. So yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I spoke this to a few of you guys, and this was at conventions as well. Some of you guys don't like voice acting isn't all that you do.
No.
Like, y'all got other careers and options, because I know a
Yep.
lot of people who do a lot of art stuff. You
Yep.
know, you got so many like people like Caitlin Glass. She was an ADR or director. She's doing the director. She just directed the new Chainsaw movie.
You did.
So you know, you got Christopher
In
Sabat. He
theaters
does direct.
now.
I know. I'm trying to get there, but I
Yeah.
got plans for something
Yep.
else. Plus, I'm saving up money for Anime Week in Atlanta. I'm going there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just trying to listen. As I get older, I'm just being smart with my money.
Yep, you got to.
You know, you also got Christopher. You also got Steve Bloom, who's also a teacher now, who teaches
yeah.
like like voice acting classes.
Yes, he does.
etc. You got so many people. I don't know if you know her name. If you know her name, Kaylee Mills.
Yeah.
Just people like her. She does like audio engineering.
Yep.
They do song. She sings. Abby Trott sings. So
Yep.
y'all have other careers than just voice acting.
Everybody's got like other careers or like day jobs. Most actors still have day jobs because acting, like I said, is few and far between. So like you've got to have a day job to pay for living, and then sometimes you get to come in and you do acting, and that's what you love. So
yeah,
like,
you gotta have a foundation. See, this is why I went back to school, because I knew like this media production and journalism, this job is so limited. So there's not really a lot of options. And basically, with a lot of like with what's going on in our world today with the media stuff, like the whole podcast and stuff is booming. I still have a lot to go before I can like be like making money off of YouTube.
Making money off of it. Yeah, for sure.
But to be honest, when I started this, I'm not really. I just forgot all about the money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm just doing it just to have conversations with you guys.
Good. Don't do it for the money. If the money comes, that's just a bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I went back to school. I was like, hey, I like doing computers. I like getting online and all that stuff. So that's why I went back to doing cybersecurity. And guess what? If I get into cybersecurity, I could work at the companies like Crunchyroll or something that need like security for all the technology or something. Because there was an incident that happened at Toei Animation in Japan back when they were doing Dragon Ball Superhero. There was an intrusion.
Oh.
So it was an intrusion in Toei Animations. So they had to get that. They had to push the film back. So basically that kind of stuff like intrusion at Toei Animation. If there's an intrusion at Crunchyroll or Funimation or Marvel, they need cybersecurity people.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
And I will never go out. Listen, I just got one of my certificates for PC repair and network technician.
Oh, good. Yeah, as long as you keep up with all that, if you get your certs and you get them recertified every couple of years, then yeah, you're good to go.
Hey, who knows? The more that I keep doing these kind of things and go find more opportunities, who knows? I might get a chance to work with you guys on a few projects if y'all I'll come up with something. Not sure what it's going to be, but if I ask, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, we're here, so if you make it out and you do some stuff, we'd love to have you.
Sure thing. Basically, I think the main thing is just keep being productive every day.
Exactly.
You know, there's nothing wrong being productive. Like, listen, I don't sit on my hands all day. I come up with new stuff. I get people to talk to and do interviews with. I go out, go venture out into my hometown. I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, are you?
So nice place.
Yeah. All you got to do is just keep doing what you're doing, and then set yourself a goal. Make sure that you're working towards that goal, and just keep doing that. That's it.
Gotcha. All right, we're almost at the end of this section. Then we're going to get into the character deep dives.
All right.
So, how has your perspective on the industry changed since you started, whether creatively or personally?
I would say personally would probably be the biggest change that I've had, because like I said, I was never an actor growing up or anything. I played basketball and baseball my whole life. I was the sports kid. I was like, I'm never acting. Acting is not for me. I'm doing that stuff. And then I started doing it, and I'm like, damn, this is actually really fun. I wish I'd have started doing this when I was younger, man. I wish I'd have just taken the moment to, like I said now, now that I've gotten a little wiser, and I'm like, now I know to, try different things all the time, see what you might like, see what you don't like. If I would have been that way when I was younger, maybe I would have found this earlier, but I mean, no problem. I found it now and it's great. But yeah, I wish I would have started doing this a little earlier. I think it would have been a lot more fun, because I started after COVID. The whole landscape of the industry changed a lot, apparently. From what people tell me that were around before COVID, and then now, like all the stuff that's changed, and like going into studios a lot more, and like doing all this stuff with like booth directors and everything. Like it's a whole different industry, and I could have been around to see that part of the industry before, like back in the day. That would have been cool, but now I think it's good that I'm in it now, and I see what's going on and what I've been missing, and like I can be like, damn, I missed out on that, but it's still good from what I'm doing right now. So
Yeah, I sometimes I feel that way when I step into something new. Like, let me tell you a little funny story. Back when I was in college, 2019 to 2023, I went to college in St. Augustine, Florida, Flagler College.
yeah.
So when I picked up this whole podcasting thing, and it's now blowing up so far,
Yep.
my dad got into a little conversation. Now, don't forget, when you were in school, you didn't want to do journalism, but look at me now.
Yep. Hey, stuff
So
changes, man.
I was like, whatever, dad, kind of thing. Here we are.
Yep. Yeah, once you get a little taste of something, sometimes I think the problem is, like, I always talked about this with I used to travel around the world, and like you can teach English wherever you go and make money. So that's like a way to live. If you want to travel the world, you can go teach English in different places. And there's always a big difference between the people that want to learn English and the people that are being forced to learn English. And I think that, like, when it comes to education, the more that you're like, oh, I have to go take this class. Oh, I have to do it this way. Oh, I have to learn this, and follow this structure. Like, the more that you're forced into something, the less you'll want to do it. If you start dabbling in something and be like, oh, I could do it this way, and I want to do it like this, and you put your own spin on it and you do it your own way, that's you're more likely to take that and go further with it. Even if it's something that you're like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I would never try and do that. If you do it your way and do it like, and you have your own interest in it, that's going to actually make you stick with it and do it.
True. If I would have just listened to him back then out of school, I would have started this podcast like at least 2 years ago after I got off. But
Maybe.
I guess.
But you can't think that way. You have to think, because you could have, if you would have listened to him and you did journalism and then you got done with it and you were like, I don't ever want to see a microphone or talk to people again, you could not be doing this right now. Who knows? You can't think that way. You can't think backwards and be like, I would have been. You can't do that. Because who knows?
Yeah, it's part of life. Sometimes it happens, and it's just
sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't.
I think the best thing what happened was, at least I had a chance to break off and just figure out what my next steps were. 2024 arrived. I started to get back into school. I went to work, kept working all these hours. Back to school, trying to do. I never imagined that I'll be done this Christmas. Like, I still have more. Like, I didn't think I'd get this far to be done with my program, and now I'm doing my own podcast.
Yeah, doing your own thing now.
I just didn't think this would be happening.
Okay, well, here you are.
Here I am. All right, so we're done with that section. Now we're in section 2, character deep dives.
All right.
So, listen, please correct me if I mess up his name, okay?
Yeah.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
Yes.
Moyuru Tochi. That's his
Moyuru Tochi. Yep.
Okay. Just make sure. Listen. Just correct me if I say it wrong. Okay. Let's start with Moyuru Tochi.
Yep.
What was your first impression when you read for the role, and how did you find his voice?
Man, so the first impression when I got pulled in for him was that, like, oh, this is gonna be like a little punk dude that's like, I'm the class or the school bully. I mean, the crew is out of school, but like he's the school bully. Like, him and his group, like him and Soga and Rapt, they're just the delinquent bullies around town. So I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna be fun, because I'll just be like, I could just be whatever I want and say, I don't care what you say, blah, blah, I don't care what you did. So just kind of be like free with all that type of stuff. And so like normally when we find voices, we listen to the Japanese version first and then kind of like start with that and then kind of branch off on our own thing. And with Tochi, we were working together and like working with Jade, who's the director of it. And
Very amazing person.
yeah. And we were like, oh, you know, she was like, she came in on episode, I think I was in episode 2 or 3. And she was like, you know, make him more like flippant and like casual and like so it was kind of just like at first I was kind of just like a generic bully, like blah 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 blah, you know, just I'm gonna beat you up, blah, nothing funny. But then she was like, make this dude more like a bro, like a you know, he's just more casual and more like funny, like you know, like I don't care about you, dude, whatever, man, like put a little more character into him. And I was like, okay, cool. So we played him up and found a spot for him that was like, oh, he's not just a generic goon, he's like a actual like kind of just like a bro-ish younger 20s dude that's like, you know, he's not really bad, but he's not good, but he's like, he could be a lot of different things. So yeah, it was fun coming up with that.
Well, hey, sometimes you gotta throw in that little, you know, that little, you know, bro thing, gangster's paradise vibe in there.
Throwing a little fun with all these things. It's like sometimes with anime, like a lot of roles, they'll be like, okay, no, this is real, grounded, real type character, and I'm like, no, I want to have fun with these. This is like it's anime, like it should be like popping and crazy and creative. But sometimes they're like, no, don't go too far with it. Don't be too animated. And I'm like, oh, but this time we were like, yeah, let's have fun with it. Let's make them pop a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool, good. So yeah, it was fun getting to do them.
If it's not funny, viewers are not going to watch.
Sometimes, yeah.
So you got to add some humor in there.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Number 7, Moyuru has moments of swagger.
Yep.
Of course he does. And moments of vulnerability. How do you balance these shifts in tone without losing his personality?
I think the important thing first for whenever you're doing like a character, whenever you create a character, is that like you have to have like a baseline, like this is who the character is, this is how he thinks about things, and then like that way when something like a sad scene comes or like a funny scene comes, then it's just like you are still grounded in that main line of the character that you are, and it's easier to kind of like pop out a little bit from that main line and do different things. So it's like, what if you have a good idea of who the character is first and what he sounds like first, then like when you add stuff and things, it's like you make a cake and sometimes you add different toppings to the cake.
Oh, definitely.
So just, you still have the cake all the time. You always have the cake in the first place. But then sometimes you put a little frosting on that side. Sometimes you put a little sprinkle over there. Sometimes you put a little figure on top and maybe a candle because it's a birthday or something. Like you can add little things, but you still have the cake. So as long as you have the cake first off and you know what it is and what it tastes like and how you made it, then all the other stuff you add, you won't lose the cake. You can still just add and subtract other little things on top of it afterwards.
Let me tell you, Mike, every character that comes our way in these shows, I know every voice actor, they need to make sure they look at the character, look at the description, what they went through, and be like, you know, listen, I can guarantee you this. Whoever's directing, because, you know, there are some voice actors who do directing. Jade Saxon, Caitlin Glass, Emily Nees. I don't think she's directing in a while. That's what she told me in June when I met her. But, you know, every time, you know, directors have to pick a very specific voice actor for this role and figure out how they're going to make to the channel their personality. Like you said, it's like making a cake. Make sure it tastes great. Yep. They just don't want to pick a random name out of the hat,
right?
And be like, oh, let's just go with this guy. No.
Otherwise, why would you ever audition? Just be like, oh, I can just pick Jim. Jim, come on in. We're gonna have you be main character number 7. Like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's how they deal with these shows. Because when they announced Vigilantes and they were talking about, you know, all these characters that was coming on, they made sure to pick the names. That's why you had, you know, Jack Broadbent as the crowd. Speaking of which, I'm interviewing him next in 2
nice.
weeks.
Excellent.
And I was like, "Are you serious? I'm interviewing him within 2 weeks to make it."
Yep.
So you should have seen my reaction when I heard from Jay that I'm interviewing the main character.
Yeah,
Like
man.
when I said I wanted to talk to one of these guys from Vigilantes, I didn't expect it to happen so soon.
Yeah, but now you get to talk to the crueler.
I know, Mike, but I'll be ready. And I already got my questions from Mark. I already got his questions before I worked on yours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, of course.
So, but sorry, I'm going off topic. That's why you have him as the Cry. You got Macy Ann Johnson as Pop Step. You got Jason Marnocha as Knuckle Duster. Again, every anime that comes out, y'all have to make sure you pick the right and specific characters that are going to lead these characters in the show.
Absolutely.
Pick a specific voice actor to lead these characters in the show.
Yep.
That way the fans will enjoy and be like, they did a nice job picking. Otherwise, how are y'all gonna succeed if y'all don't pick the right people?
Yeah, people have to remember that like our biggest goal is to make sure that we please the fans. So like, man, like I may really want this role like really bad, but maybe I'm not the right one for that. And then like somebody else will get put in and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Because the fans will love that. And then that's our goal, man. We just want to make good stuff that people will love and enjoy and that we can talk with them about later. That's it.
Yeah, listen, it's not about, and guess what? Every time I'll be telling people, like people just trying to be, because they want me to know, oh, I've done that. Y'all ain't got, no, like it's about the art and the hours you put
exactly
and the passion you put into these shows. Exactly. Like, how do you think they did all these Avengers movies? They took the time to make sure they got it right.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Like Avengers Endgame. I didn't expect that movie to be 3 hours, but they had their reasons for making it 3 hours because this was like the longest movie in the MCU for the Infinity Saga.
Yeah. And but it's like you see that too. You can see the opposite when it's just when there's a show or something like a TV show that or like what was the I think it was the Borderlands movie that just came out.
Borderlands.
And when they're just like, oh, we're just going to throw something together, put Borderlands on it, put some people in there and go. Like people hated that. Like that's not what people want. Like you have to take the time to build the thing with the right people that want to be in it, that are really going to bring it to life and make it pop for the people that are going to be watching it. And then it will be successful. You can't just, man, we're just going to slap some names on it and then, we're going to make millions of dollars, right? No, that's not how it works.
Again, and like I tell people, y'all, research it. Research it. Because if you don't, it's not going to be perfect.
Yep. Just be prepared.
So, number 8, are there small physical actions or vocal choices you use in the booth to sell his confidence and charisma?
Like I guess like some small choices, like sometimes like Tochi he'll just be talking like normal, like I am right now, but then like him and Raptor really like they joke around and poke at each other a lot, and sometimes like he'll just be talking like Tochi will be talking to Rapt and say like something going blah 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 blah, and then you got to put a little thing on there to make sure that hey, I'm giving you some shit, buddy. You know what I mean? Like like it's fun to kind of make these little vocal changes to just be like, oh, I know what I'm getting at, right? Like, so stuff like that is really cool. It's just fun to do. Like, and when you have a good director like Jade, like you get to try these things and be like, oh yeah, I like that. Oh no, I didn't like that. Oh, I like that one. Do that one. And so we get to play and do these things and be like, okay, see what works and what sounds like what the character would do. So it's fun to kind of do little things like that every once in a while. Just throw stuff in there and see if it works or not.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because I know tips and tricks. Sometimes you come up with something new. Listen, I guarantee you that you yourself and more people who voice characters, they come up with their own unique way of making sure the character looks very amazing in the scene. Like, because I know, like, you have to train your voices or something. It is something more strenuous.
I think
it makes it more like struggling.
Yeah, like one of the most important things that I've learned since learning to be a voice actor is that like we don't figure out, like, if you don't figure this out early, then your career is going to like go really slow. Is that like the most important thing is for you to have some bit of yourself in everything that you're doing. So like while Tochi is a character, his own character, he's his own person that does this stuff, I have to put a little bit of myself in there to make sure that it's like not only that he's not boring, but like this is me doing this thing. So I have to make it sound as natural and cool as possible for me. So that way it's like, it's not like I'm just not just giving some robotic and stiff performance because I'm just doing his voice. It should be me doing my voice as him. Or maybe that's a way to say that. Me doing his voice, but putting just a little bit of myself in there. So like you're always going to have to put a little bit of yourself in there because otherwise anyone could do the job. If they were just like, hey, do Tochi's voice, and there could be 40 people that just sound like him. But like, man, how do you make him sound like him, but put yourself in there so that way you stand out from all the 8 million other people that can sound like him? So it's always important to have a little bit of yourself somewhere in any character that you're doing, or any, even like commercials that you're doing, or any like books that you're doing. People have their own way of doing things and their own little sauce that they put on it.
Exactly. Like, how can I, like, when you get assigned for a role, how can I put my personality into this character?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question you guys always had to ask yourselves. Because listen, the more anime that's going to be spitting out, and there will be in these next few years to come, because it's a big universe.
Yep.
Y'all need to figure out how to put your own individuality, your personality into these characters.
Right.
Otherwise, it won't be like as enticing when you go to the movie theater or watch something on a show.
And also, you have to think about it too from like just the perspective of like when an audition comes out for a character. There's like 500-600 people auditioning for a character, and if everyone says like, "Hi, my name's Tochi. Hi, my name's Tochi. Hi, my name's Tochi. Hi, my name's like, no one wants to hear that. You got to do a little something. You got to, hey, my name's Tochi. How's it going, man? Like, you have to do something different. You can't. There's going to be, if there's 500 people for an audition, 450 of them are going to do the same thing. How are you going to get in that top 50 to at least separate yourself a little bit?
No, you got to do something spectacular. Anything that nobody's ever heard before.
Yep. You got to do. It has to be a little bit of you. It has to be something of you in there.
Yes. So, next one, let's see. If you had to sum up, wait, did I say that part? Sorry, I was lost in the gloss. I'm just trying to make sure I know where I am. Hold on. I think I got it.
Okay.
If you had to sum up Moyuru's emotional core in one sentence, what would it be, and how did that guide your delivery?
I think Tochi's emotional core is really just like, he's just there for his homies. Like I said, with So Good Wrapped, that's the crew. As long as they're good, Tochi's good. So like whatever we're doing together. If Soga's in something, we're gonna come back Soga up. If Wrapped is in something, I'm gonna go back Wrapped up. Like that's just the crew. That's the emotional core is those three people having each other's back. And so it's like all the stuff that's happening in the show, everything that'll go down, like in the first episode when they were getting hit with the trigger, it was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this thing together. We gotta go. We're gonna fight the Crueler right now. Hey, we saw him in his store. Oh man, yeah, let's get this dude. Yeah, like it's just they're not really like villains, but like they'll do some dumb stuff because like, oh, if Soga's doing dumb stuff, hey, we got to go do dumb stuff. Hey, if Soga's in trouble, we got to go back Soga up. Like, like that's just the crew. That's what friends are. It's friends.
Hey, listen, And listen, I've been, listen, before the show came out, I went back and read the manga.
Yep.
So I know they're gonna, because I know, because when I did research on the character before I came to it, I was like, okay, he's a secondary character, but he's still gonna have a major part in the series.
They got a lot of stuff to do still. Yeah.
So even if they're not like really the main attraction, which is the first three, you guys are still gonna have important parts to play.
Yep. We still have a lot. I read some of the manga ahead too, and I was like, I read a little bit ahead, and I was like, okay, stop. I want to wait until it comes out, and I'm doing it, so I want to see it like fresh. But like,
of course.
But I went a little bit ahead, and I was like, oh yeah, we still got tons of stuff to do. This is gonna be fun.
And I know they're gonna have a lot to do in season 2, which is this January. Because I was like,
January, can't wait.
I was like, this wait, already season 2 comes out in January? I thought it was gonna be next April or something.
We're burning. Well, like My Hero ends this season. This is the final season. So
there's only 12 episodes.
Yep. So we're gonna burn through that. And then people are going to be like, hey, when's the next My Hero? Don't worry. It's in January. Yep. Come on and watch.
And listen, it's been such an incredible journey. Listen, I watched that show back in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
It's been one heck of a ride.
Yep. I've been watching it since it started too. Yeah.
And again, I took Tony Stark's words. Part of the journey is the end.
Yep. It has to end. Yeah.
I even told that to Christopher Sabat when I met him at Bulma in June. He was sad, but he said, "I'm really, really sad. It's been such a cool journey. I'm glad all my made to the end. But from what I've seen in the manga, it looks like he's going to pull through. He signed my Armored All Might figure that I got from Japan.
That's dope.
They didn't have it in the U.S. store, so I was like, I'm going to have to order off of Makari, and it got me the figure from Japan, and he signed it.
Yep. Having to order stuff from Japan, sometimes you're like, man, this hurts my wallet, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Exactly. Listen, with the show ending, I had to get him.
You have to, yeah.
Like, and guess what? I got 2 more and My Hero pop figures coming this way because I pre-ordered them.
Excellent.
It's the new ones from season 7. Deku, the big figure,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I got Shigaraki, the big figure, because he had his hands all over his face, and everything. I was like, I had to get them with the show ending. I got to get my hands on every My Hero stuff I can.
Do it.
Then Ryan Cole Levi's going to be at Anime Week in Atlanta. Maybe I should take him to sign my World Heroes Mission book.
It might be a good idea.
And I also got the World Heroes Mission Deku. Maybe I should get him to sign that too. But it's just a lot of stuff to carry. So
that's a lot to carry. But that's the fun of doing all of this stuff. Like sure, we get to be in the anime, but like we get to meet y'all. We get to go out to you guys ask cons to invite us to come and meet you, and that's like, man, that's the ultimate like thank you for appreciating the work that we do. Like I said, we're not ballers, man. We're not getting paid buku dollars for doing this work, but like we love doing it. But like, man, when y'all invite us to come out to cons and like shake your hands and like take pictures and stuff, that's it, man. That's
of course,
man. That's a dream.
And listen, I got more respect for you guys lately. There have been a lot of stuff going on with fans and everything. Because listen, back when I was in high school, I was all for the entertainment.
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting older and wiser, I'm 25. I just turned 25 last month.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just getting older and wiser. And like I said, if I meet you on a car, if I could just sit down and have a genuine conversation with you guys, I just want to be like, hey, if I come up to you, I want to talk to you. What can we do about this?
Yeah. Just come say what's up. Yeah.
That's all. Like I said, just at least 10 to 15 minutes. If I can just record our conversation and make sure I have something to look back on and watch.
Yeah.
It's just a few minutes is all.
Yeah,
let's see what we can do about this.
Yeah, if you see somebody you want to chat with, ask them, of course, if they have a few minutes that they can spare. If they don't, just respect that. But if they do, if they do, have a chat with them real quick. Yeah.
Because I was like, listen, if there's a cost, I'm willing to pay whatever y'all want me to do first. But like I said, if you can't do it, we'll find another way.
Yep.
Let's talk about what can we do about this.
Yes,
We'll
indeed.
just keep it moving.
Yep.
Always ask. See, I'm getting better at asking for consent. I'm trying to ask for
Good.
consent more.
Yes, consent is great. We like that.
Definitely. I was just just getting excited to have more of these kind of conversations. Just yeah, just trying my best here.
Yes, indeed.
So, all right, we're almost at the end of this section. Then we'll be at another character deep dive, which is Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh yeah.
So, were there any lines you initially altered, maybe softened or hardened, to give the audience a different read on him?
I don't think so. I think like there's the scene where the gang is sitting on the bench in the park talking about, hey, you need to stop talking to that knuckle duster dude. Like, man, like, yeah, you need to stop hanging out with Freaky Fist Grandpa. And like and so like that scene, it was like, I think it was, we just wanted to make it sound a little more like the crew is really like, we're really hard-headed, so we're like really confident, but like we wanted to tone him down to be like, yo, we really don't like Freaky Fist Grandpa, man. We gotta
Freaky Fist Grandpa.
Like,
that's what you was calling him.
Yeah.
I was like, does he be drinking in that show? I was like, hey, he said, I'm Knuckle Duster. I might tell this to Jason Marnocha when I meet him and be like, I want to be telling him, like, your character's drinking a lot, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when I watched the mic, I was like, sir, it's called being drunk, is what you are.
Yeah.
What you are is
a little belligerent. Yeah.
I was like, what you are is inebriated, hammered.
But yeah, like I think we wanted to tone like that scene specifically. We were like, hey, like we're very confident group, but like Knuckle Duster's kind of scary. So like we want to put a little of that in there. But like normally, they're pretty confident. So.
Well, you're like, we don't want none of that.
Yeah, we don't want that, man.
Y'all don't want none of this.
Right.
Y'all don't want none of this.
Yeah. Especially because without Trigger, we're just like, our powers aren't that good. Like, so we don't want to be fighting too much, but yeah.
I understand, man. I just understand. All right, so now we're done with Vigilantes. Time for another character deep dive. Mobile Suit Gundam.
Which one?
Cucuruz Doan Island.
Oh, Cucuruz Doan, yeah.
Yes. I think you're familiar with him.
Oh, yes.
And you should know.
Doan.
Yes. So, Cucuruz Doan carries both regret and honor. Now, how did you communicate that duality through tone and texture?
Like, Dawn was like one of the first kind of big jobs that I did, and it's like his backstory is like kind of played through the movie. It used to be just an episode of Gundam, but they made a movie of it. But like, so like to be able to hold that balance is like, you have to think like, what is his whole emotional level at the moment? Like, what is he? It's because like the kids on his island are like his life now. He's like, I saw what's happening to these kids when all their parents and families are dying, and I'm like, I can't stand this anymore. I can't take it. And like, if you've ever had lost someone, or if you feel like, or if you've seen someone lose someone, and you know how that pain is, then it's like, man, you can't help but just feel that, like, damn, I have to do something. Like, if you have the ability to do something, you just have that feeling that I have to do something here. And then so it's like, when we get into the movie, it was more like, because we start in the middle of, they've been living on this island for who knows years already, and so it's just like, I had to come at it like, I've been with these kids. These are now, I've accepted these are my kids. So like, I've seen the sadness and hurt they've been through, and I've hurt with them, and I've brought them to this island with me, and now I'm taking care of them, and I don't want to be that one that they lose next. So like, I've got to be super serious. Like, somebody comes to the island, what are you doing here? Get out of here right now. Like, don't mess with me or my kids. Don't turn this light on so that people see that we're here. Don't do anything. We just want to live in peace by ourselves. And like kind of balancing all those different things is like, it's always like a different jump, like what's going on normally when he's with the kids, like when he's in the dining room with the kids and they're talking about the birthday. It's like, nice, it's me and the kids and, having a good day. But when that light goes on, when they turn the lighthouse on and he's like, hey, no, we can't, somebody's going to come and hurt my kids. I can't do. So like having to flip that switch all the time is like, that was a lot of work.
Wow. It's very interesting that you say all that, because I know most of these stories, it's more than just watching characters on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
There have been some there's like every time I watch them now, it's like there's like a lot of important life lessons in these shows that I watch.
There are.
It's kind of like Pixar, you watching all those kind of things and you start to understand like there's more to these characters than we know than just watching them on the screen do their own thing.
Yeah, people like to downplay like anime and just be like, oh, it's just goofy, haha, funny characters doing stupid stuff. It is like on the very top surface of levels, but if you actually watch it and see what's going on and like see the character dynamics and how they're interacting with each other and what the world is doing to them and what they want to do to the world, and like most anime has something to say. Depending on how deep they go, it might be something big to say. It might be something that's a little bit like, if you watched, what's the trilogy? What is it like? Do you know Angel Beats?
Yes.
Yeah. So Angel Beats, Charlotte, and then I forget the third one. I forget what the third one is called. But that trilogy is like, yeah, goofy, funny, stupid stuff happening. But like, if you watch it, you're like, oh my God, this is deep. Like, this is kids going through all this trauma and doing this stuff and like having to grow up really fast and like fix their lives, or like Angel Beats where they're like, oh my God, we're in like limbo. And like all of the kids have, I don't want to spoil it if you want to go watch Angel Beats if you haven't seen it. No, I mean, like, whoever's watching, but like, yeah, like it's serious stuff. And like right now in the anime sphere, people are having One Piece isn't political. It's just goofy gumman punch people. And like, no, you didn't watch One Piece. Okay, go back and watch One Piece and you'll see what One Piece is actually about. Like, people like to just be like, oh no, the anime's it's not that deep, bro. Like, but it is that deep. Right? So like, yeah, there's always these deep stories, and every Gundam is about the ravages of war. Every show of Gundam, period, is about war destroying like something. So if you've watched Gundam, yes, you need to be picking up on these stories.
Exactly. And what's very interesting is that all these shows I've been watching, like I said, back then, high school, I was just mostly in it for the entertainment. Now I've gotten, like I said, older and watched, I understand it. There are a few examples relating to that stuff, like, because, when I watched the Garl Jr. saga for the first time, I started to understand the context between the story. Goku was still absent with the fight, he was still absent with the fight with Frieza. So he wasn't around to protect Earth this time when Garl Jr. came out from the first movie. So it was up to Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin to save the Earth this time. Now, here's what I like about that. I like that they gave Gohan some more freedom and more mature way to handle things. He's like, my parents, sometimes we have those things in life when we grow up. Our parents are not going to be around forever. So we have to stand up for ourselves, You
can't always depend on your parents. You got to stand on your own too.
Exactly. So they gave Gohan that opportunity to do so on the Garl Jr. side. And he finished off Garl Jr. himself after Krillin Piccolo helped him out a little bit.
There was a long time that there was talk that Gohan was supposed to take over the main Dragon Ball universe, but they just had to keep bringing Goku back. But like Gohan was supposed to be a little bigger character and eventually take over and do bigger things, but
I was like, I like how they did that for Dragon Ball Superhero, because I was like, Gohan's like 24 years old. He's an adult now, so he should be able to do his own. Like basically, what I like between the animation did for Dragon Ball Superhero in 2022 what they did was they wanted to tell a story like what happens when Goku and Vegeta are away.
They're gone. Yep.
Yeah, so they managed to do that with superhero. I was like, yeah, let's the animation even agree with me what I was saying. Yeah, let's take a break from Goku and Vegeta for a while.
Let's do something new. Like even your favorite anime can benefit from taking a new direction on something. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it's like, oh man, this is outstanding. I wish we'd have done this earlier. But you don't know if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. So try something new, see some new stuff, get a different main character or have a different direction for like the next season. Stuff like that could work.
I think they did the same thing back in with the old Dragon Ball Z movies, which was movie 9, 10, and 11. Movie 9 was BoJack Unbound.
Oh, BoJack.
Goku is still dead from the fight with Cell. So basically, what's interesting? These villains always find the right moment to strike while the heroes are divided.
Yep.
So they did that. So when they did BoJack Unbound, it was up to Gohan to lead the charge with the rest of the Zevars against BoJack in the movie because Goku's gone because they defeated Cell. And this movie, it makes sense for the first time because it takes place after the fight with Cell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I like how they did. I like how they gave Gohan more of that leeway in a movie. Like let Team Gohan fight this character while Goku is sitting on the sidelines.
Yes, indeed.
He helps his son a little bit by coming back from Otherworld, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Then you got Broly's second coming. Goku not around. It was Gohan and Videl and Goten and Trunks against Broly against him. Yeah. And they still managed to defeat him. Okay, Goku did show up, but he would. But you see that? But you see that last scene where it's like, was our father ever really there? Pretty much.
Yeah.
But and then movie 11, Bio Broly. It was only Goten and Trunks. No Goku, no Vegeta, no Gohan, no fusion. It was just him. It was just Goten, Trunks, Krillin, and Android 18s against Broly, and they managed to defeat him too.
Yep.
Like they did, like some of these characters, you have to give more of these characters leeway. Like I said, folks are not going to be around forever. We have to do this for ourselves.
Yep, we got to learn. Yeah,
got to learn. So yeah, if you pay attention to these shows and everything, you'll see there's more. There's more than just watching stuff on the screen. Because Mike, when I went to the theaters and watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I understood the context of the story. What the High Evolutionary is doing to these guys, cruelty to animals.
Yeah.
And there have been a lot of like real world cases where people like to torture pets and all that stuff. There was a video that I saw where this girl was recording this person saying there's a dog locked in a hot car. I was like, that's not okay.
Yep. Yeah, stuff like that, man. Yeah, anime has all kinds of stories like that. Like I said, all Gundam has something to say.
So I say we keep watching these movies and understand the context. Now that we're starting to get a feel for, I'm getting a feel for it now because I pay attention. I mean, of course, I still want to relax, but I do want to pay attention. Yeah. Of course. But I want to pay attention and see what's going on.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
That way, I'll be able to come and talk to you guys about it.
Yeah, you have deeper conversations about it.
So, number 12, for the quieter, reflective scenes, how do you keep restraint powerful without losing emotional depth?
So, for like the quieter type scenes, it's more like we say like instead of like when someone's angry, right? Like it's easy to just be like, I'm angry, rah! Like that's like kind of letting it out, but I guess, I don't know if it's like the technical term, but we're always like, if there's something like that and it's a more emotional scene and you want to let that like kind of build up, you want to let those emotions simmer like under the surface a little bit instead of just like going big and be like, I'm mad. You want to be like, oh my God, I'm like, everyone's had that feeling where it's like somebody pisses you off, but you can't come out and be like, so like stuff like that. So having to learn to kind of keep that just under the surface where it's like you can feel it. Like one like shortcut that people taught me is that if you want to do an emotion or whatnot, practice trying to keep yourself from doing the emotion. So like if you want to cry, or if you want people to cry at something that you're doing in a scene, try and keep yourself from crying about something. So like think of something that's like really sad to you, like, oh, if you lost a dog or something, like, God, I miss my dog or whatever, but like I gotta keep myself from crying. I can't let myself cry. Like I gotta. And so like stuff like that kind of helps you like get the emotion out without just being like, oh, I'm so sad. Oh, cry for me. Like stuff like that doesn't hit as hard as like, man, you see, I'm trying to keep myself together, man. And then people will be like, oh man, this character is really trying to, keep himself together and not let it all out. And like Doan's got to, protect his kids. And I'm like, I have to protect my kids. I'm going to do anything for them. If I could be like, I'm going to do anything to protect it doesn't hit as hard. So like kind of trying to keep yourself from letting the emotion out kind of makes the emotion hit a little harder. It depends on what the emotion is, but that's like one of the kind of tricks somebody taught me a while back that I'm like, okay, I could see that. I got to work on that. So try and get that emotion across without like actually letting it just spill out.
That's right. And sometimes you got to keep those emotions locked in because I don't know what y'all do in the voice recording booths. Y'all have like an emotional breakdown or anything. I don't know what y'all be doing because I'm not there to see it. But I know that it's hard to keep those kind of emotions locked up because these are very interesting and sad stories.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how much I almost cried with Weathering with You?
Oh yeah. People cry with stuff like that all the time. Like
really emotional.
Like when we did One Piece, when I did Kuma's dad, Clap, like, have you seen that yet?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so like so Kuma's backstory, like his dad doesn't make it, but it's like some of the worst stuff. It's awful. And just like we were going through those sessions recording it, and I'm just like, I was using that. Okay, I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying to do this. So I was kind of using that, but we have longer to develop that and get prepared for it and stuff like that. And like, our director Emily and then the engineers were like, okay, I think that take was good. We don't want to do this ever again, so let's just move on. I'm like, oh, okay, good. All right. So we did good. I made people get in their feelings a little bit. So, and then, when they send it back to get the episodes finished and whatever, like they'll be like, oh man, when they were finishing and mastering that episode, like people really didn't like it because they were too sad about it and they wanted to hurry up and get it done and kick it out because it was terrible scenes. And I was like, good. That means we did a little something there. So
I mean, if it's not sad, then how's it gonna be good?
Sometimes sad is what you need to pull somebody's heart out and stomp on it a little bit and make them feel what the characters are feeling. So even that is good.
Okay, you gotta have the magic touch.
Yep, it's really hard to do, but sometimes we can make a little magic every once in a while. So
there you go.
Yep.
So Gundam has a very distinct legacy and fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel any pressure to match tone and continuity from earlier portrayals?
Of course. So yes and no, because I've been a Gundam fan forever myself. My favorite is Wing. I know people don't like Wing, but like Gundam Wing is my stuff, man. I love Gundam. But like, but I would say also no, because Dawn's Island, like I said, it was an episode that was pulled out of the original Gundam that the creator didn't like the way that they animated and it did it. So they just killed the whole episode and it's just been gone forever. And so now when we did that movie, they were just like, okay, we want to make a movie of this episode that is lost and we're going to do it like that. So like, I didn't really have to think about like, oh, I've got to match this and I've got to make sure that it's as good as the original because the original doesn't exist anymore. So like in that case, no, I think I got off a little easy and I was able to just, we were able to do something not different, but we didn't have to hold on to the exact legacy of that era of Gundam, but we did have to, make sure that we were doing it a good job. So yeah.
As long as you did a good job. That's
Yeah.
all that matters. And
Yeah.
sometimes you're gonna have the fandom be stressing out. But
Oh,
thing
of
is, I know y'all don't let the fandom stop you from doing what you guys have to do.
yeah, we got a job to do. We're gonna do it. So it's and it what people need to understand is that not everything is for everyone. Some people are going to like stuff, some people are not going to like stuff. And that's how everything in existence is. So, like, if you're like, man, there's 50 people that absolutely hated what I did. Oh my God, I feel so bad. But what about the other 20,000 people that loved what you did? You can't focus on the people that hated it when it's like, okay, well, maybe there's something that you can take to learn from what you did and be like, oh, they didn't like how I did this. Maybe I can learn that for the next time. But you can't be like, oh man, I got to stop doing this. Those 50 people online, they commented on my YouTube video and said that I sucked, and I just got to quit. I got to never do voice acting again. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that in any kind of field of any sort. So sure, there are going to be people that don't like things. There are going to be people that love it. You just got to take the good with the bad, learn and do better next time. And we're all, like we said earlier at the beginning of this conversation, we're always getting better. We're always developing. We're always learning more. So,
And listen, man, they're just doing it for attention. Plus,
sure,
plus, Mike, listen, it's just noise. Who cares about them?
yeah.
So it's just
You just got to smile and nod. Thank you for your feedback, and then move on.
Mhm.
Yep. That's
Keep the positivity rolling. Don't let the negativity wash over you. Listen, there's no saying, you only let the negativity take over your life if you let it.
If you let it, yep. Just don't let it.
Don't let it.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, okay. We're at the end. We're almost at the end of this section. Was there a single moment or line that you feel defines Doan's entire arc? How did you approach it in the booth?
I don't know if there's if it defines his entire arc. I know I would say when he finally goes out and he's helping Amuro, Amuro comes up and they're like, okay, let's dig a little bit. So they're like digging together and he's like teaching him how to do stuff. And he's like, he gives Amuro his hat because it's hot out and he doesn't want him to. So like when he finally starts accepting Amuro and letting him in and letting him know, okay, all right, I'm not going to be so defensive with you anymore. Like, you're trying to do good by me and my kids. We're gonna work together and do all this stuff. And that's before like the Southern Cross shows up and whatever and all that stuff. But so I'd say that was probably the main part of his arc throughout. That is coming to accept like when Amuro shows up and then brings the military with him, and it's like, okay, everything's rolling back to me and I have to take accountability for what I've done. And then he gets into the fight, takes out his old unit, and then goes back to retire finally after everything is gone. He's let go of his Zaku and everything else is gone. They took everything and then they left the island. Him and the kids are still there, and then they get to live peacefully, happily ever after. So just doing all that stuff. I don't think there was one exact scene or line. It was just that whole different, the whole change throughout, when Amuro first gets there, get out of here, I hate you, to okay, you still need to eat, come get something to eat, come hang out with kids, give them some pants, whatever. And then, okay, hey, come help me do this thing so we can get this water pump going and get all this stuff going back. Okay, and then, all right, I'm going to help you defend us and we're going to go and fight and get rid of all these people. And then, all right, I'm good. Our time is over. You leave, and then happily ever after. So there's a lot of stuff.
I can tell that, y'all had to go into deep into it because, Doan's been through a lot. He felt like, what's the point of all this war? Sometimes it's like, when you get into war, you feel like, what's the point of all this? You feel like worn out, and I'm just tired of it.
Hopefully
you have the whole. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, hopefully we never have to figure that out.
Because, hopefully we don't.
Hopefully we don't, because just from what we see with war, whether it be animated or real life, I don't want anyone to ever have to deal with that. Like it's not good in any way ever. So
Definitely not. We just want to make sure it makes sense.
yeah.
And, and especially with Doan, especially saying that he's like, my kids are here. What am I going to do about kids?
Mm-hmm.
It's really like tearing him down. It's really heartbreaking for him that he has to answer those questions on his own.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and he's got to make up for all the things that he did before he got there too. So his hands aren't clean themselves. So
Yeah, they're not. They are not. He really has to figure out how to navigate through this situation.
Yes, indeed.
So I'll go. This might be interesting. I might need to give it a look.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, you got to get on that. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a look. It sounds. Listen, from talking to you, Mike, it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I like it.
Okay. All right, section 3. So we're gonna go into like the important questions here. Representation in industry.
Every question is important.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, of course. Representation and industry insight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been seeing some of your posts and your stories on your Instagram profiles. Really interesting stuff. Now, there has been a few situations going on with not just, even though it's like, it's also happening in anime and a cosplay, because I did a podcast episode with 3 cosplayers.
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation with this cosplayer who was using blackface for cosplay. Yeah, unfortunately. So I was supporting them, and I brought them on my show to talk about it and how we can talk about, why it's important not to use blackface. Like using blackface it's not a costume you put on.
Right.
So it's
possible for you to do cosplay or appreciate something without doing something that would be insensitive to the people that would affect. So like you can cosplay a black character without having to paint your skin black. I can cosplay a white character without having to like go paint myself white and be like, hey guys, like that's it. It's not necessary. The characters have a specific aesthetic, and that's what you would be cosplaying. And if you do that and you do that great, then that's all that needs to happen. So
exactly. So this question, as a black voice actor in anime, what does representation mean to you, both personally and for fans who see themselves in your work?
So I think this is a question that is always in this industry, and it's because personally for me, I think that it is let me temper what I say here. I think that it is very unfortunate that all of our media and our anime, animation, movies, all this stuff, there's still, when it comes to like black characters or just POCs in general, it's always like 1 to like 20. There's like 20 generic like white guy characters, and then that one POC character over there that does, he might get a line or 2 or something. And that's still the majority of the industry. It's getting better, and I love that. And it's great that there's more characters that represent different peoples that are being created in our fiction now. That's great. It's awesome. But man, up until now, man, it's been slim pickings. I literally got an audition one time a few years back, and it's like there's 20 characters in this video game that's coming out. It's 19 white dudes, and 1 person of color could be any. And you're like, well, why could it be any? Why is there a reason for this character to be like this? Is there a reason that all these 19 characters have to not be a person of color? Like, what's the purpose? Is that built into what the character is doing or where they're from, or is it important to the story? No. Then why do we have to assign a race to them at all? Why can't we just there's 19 dudes, please go audition, and then we do it that way? but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I don't know what the logistics are or how to fix that. I have ideas on how to fix it, but it's never going to be anything that's going to please everyone. But long story short, like representation is getting a lot better just from like I've only been in the industry for 5 years, like I said, and it's getting better from just this 5 years that I've seen, but it could still be a lot better. Still be a lot better.
Yeah, and like my person said in the last episode, there's been a lot of people are just dragging their feet, trying to come on, get with the program. It's really unfortunate.
There's always gonna be bad actors that are just like, no, I don't want XYZ. And you still hear that a lot from just the community. Like, oh, why is this character being played by a black person? Oh, I don't like. And you're like, what does that have to do with anything? So stuff like that still happens all the time. We still deal with that. But that's like the same thing as like negativity on a YouTube post. There's always going to be those people, and you can't let those people be the ones that control your feelings or the way the industry is going. So it's just something that we have to work around and not take to heart. And we're moving the industry forward. The industry is moving forward with or without their acceptance. So
there is one thing I want to say because I've been thinking about it while you're speaking.
Yep.
I was listening to what you're saying. I agree. There was something that actually came out when I spoke to Brandon Loera. There's a lot of Hispanic people. We actually talked about a situation with Zeno Robinson. I think you're familiar with him.
Of course.
They were saying some nasty things about him, saying like he wasn't black enough for this character.
Oh.
And then Gotcha Kutsa or something.
The community was?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like he wasn't black enough for this character. And I was like,
yeah, the community always has something to say about it. And unfortunately, it's still something that I don't like to give airtime to that nonsense because there's still a lot of it because people keep giving airtime to it. I'm like, hey, just let those trolls talk over there. Stop feeding them. Let's move on. Because
they're going to keep digging a hole for themselves.
They're going to keep doing it. Yeah, it's going to keep happening. Unfortunately, with the state of the world right now, they get a pat on the back for doing it. So, we just have to ignore them, move on. We're going to keep doing our own thing.
Because like I said before, it doesn't matter. Like, listen, I don't care who it is as long as the show comes out great.
Yep.
It's got to stop. And I don't pay attention to them because they're just doing it for attention. So, because with Zeno Robinson, he was Hawks in My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
He was a white man. You got, AJ Beckles, who's Okaran.
So the whole anime thing is there have always been anime has always been strange because it's all every character is supposed to be Japanese according to the creators. So okay, Hawks is not a white dude. Hawks is a Japanese dude. So are we okay with white dudes playing Japanese dudes, but not black dudes? What? So we can go into this rabbit hole. We can dig this forever. We can talk about it all the time, or we can do these jobs to the best of our ability. Make sure that we in real life are giving, representation to people that exist in the industry. And that's the best we can do. So until everything that comes out has the exact representation percentage of different colored peoples in the shows or whatnot, then that's not going to happen. And we can only do the best we can do with these creatives and these properties. So that's something that can be talked about ad nauseum, but it's not something that's going to change. We're going to keep voicing the white people are going to keep voicing Japanese characters, so are black people, because we're not a completely ethnically Japanese country. So in order to make things English, we got to have a little leeway to do what we need to do. So I don't know if that's ever going to change, but
one thing I always tell people, and they like what I say, peace and love over hatred.
I mean, that's easy. It should be that simple. Yep.
Yeah, it just, when I saw you coming on, I thought I might want to bring this section up
Oh
to
yeah.
you and to have because I know this is a real life
Yeah.
question, and there's
Yeah,
been
I talk
so
to a lot
much.
of people about that stuff because like there's a lot to talk about with it. You could get really deep with it. You can talk about different sections of it. Like if you're online at all, people are harassing someone Cho every 5 minutes of the day, and it's ridiculous. But like it's a huge thing that people still talk about. We still have come no closer to like equity in the creative industry and spaces. And I mean, I don't know, like we're doing better. Like I said, even since I started doing voice actor, it's getting better and better. So like that's all we can do. Just keep improving.
That's all we can do.
Yep.
Just keep it pushing. Next one. Have you noticed any positive shifts in diversity with the voice acting world since you first started?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was saying, like we get like lots of voice actors that do lots of various characters and stuff like that. But also we're seeing like lots more just varied characters in general. Like people are talking about Gachiakta right now because like, oh my god, there's like 3 or 4 black characters in it. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh, there's a black anime coming out. There's black manga being made. There's a black anime studio in Japan right now. Like just stuff like that is like that's I mean, 5 years ago, that was crazy. None of that would happen. What do you mean? We don't want that. Yeah, but now it's like it's growing and growing, and like even like Brazil is doing stuff with anime and making stuff, and like the Philippines and like Southeast Asia are making their own anime. Garnt, I don't know if you know like Garnt from Trash Taste. He just made his
Yeah.
own anime based on Thai culture. So like there's Thai anime coming. Like all this representation is absolutely fantastic, and it's all brand new within like the last 4 or 5 years, and it's great. So like I said before then, but nowadays, like everything is kind of taking that into account, and it's great. I love to see it.
And what I like most is that, as us as black creators, we always find ways to make amazing stuff for people to see. I'm sure, like I said, no matter what people say to you, y'all keep doing what makes you happy and keep putting the magic out there.
Yeah, I think the important thing is to have more people of different backgrounds just be out there, just be seen, just be out doing the thing so that people can see, oh yeah, X people can do this thing, or Y people are in this world and they're just like everyone else. So like that's the big important thing. Like, going up until now, yeah, there've been a lot of like blocks for things like that to happen, but all those are coming down. Like, I mean, even if you know Dave Fenoy, like he talks all the time about like, man, 20 years ago he would go in for a job and they'd be like, no, we can't have a black guy selling XYZ. Like, it is a black dude, we don't want that. So they would fire him from the job that he auditioned for and got. But nowadays it's like, man, we're working, we are doing everything, and it's great. So like, are things better? Absolutely. Even from when I started, things are better. So like, and they just keep getting better and better, and we just wanted to keep going. So
Hey, some direction is better than no direction.
absolutely. Spinning in a circle, sitting in the same spot, nah. Moving forward 5 feet at a time, yeah, let's do that at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
This next one, but as I said before we get into this next one, I know you're familiar with Caitlin Glass.
Yep.
So she has been what I've been hearing from her, because the first time I met her was back in 2024. I felt so bad for not having an honest conversation with her.
Oh yeah. Hey, hindsight is 2020.
I am so pissed at myself for not having an honest conversation when I had the chance.
I told you, man, you can't do that. You can't think in the past. Think forward.
I'll catch her again and have a genuine conversation with her at a convention. Like I said, he has been working on trying to bring as many diverse people into these roles. She has been working with voice actors nonstop. she's been, like I said, when Brandon talked to me like a month ago, he was saying like, she's been bringing in a lot of Hispanic voice actors into these
Oh,
like characters they talk about, because mostly, because I know it's like initially because most of these animes it's all Japanese people, it's gotta be Japanese people,
yeah,
but in the English dub they wanted to be Caitlin Glass has been making sure to be as diverse as possible.
that's
That's why
awesome.
she's been bringing like, because I know her and Jade Saxon they work together on various projects to make sure that you guys have so many voices and make sure your voices are being heard. Because
That's
basically,
great.
like, this way you guys voice that in. This is your way of fighting back and telling y'all stories
Yeah, for sure.
like this.
We do have a lot of allies in the, like, we call it behind the glass. So like not the voice actors, the people that are actually on the other side. So like producers, directors, engineers. We have a lot of allies that are doing like, hey, I mean, these people are exactly the same. Maybe we'll give someone a chance that hasn't had a chance before and stuff like that. So like, there's a lot of people that open up space for people like that. Like, oh man, we've worked with this guy 6 times, and this guy we haven't worked with at all. Let's give this guy a shot. They're both equally as qualified. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah,
So yeah,
they listen. Her, Jay Saxon, Emily Neves. I know she hasn't done directing. I think she's gonna get back to it. Monica. They are all trying to make sure y'all have a chance and voices in these characters, and I like that. Listen, I didn't fully understand it until 2024, but now it's 2025. I'm talking to you guys, and hopefully when I meet them again, I want to have these one-on-one conversations,
have some conversations about it.
because they need to keep doing more stuff like that, because the more the years go on, there's going to be more people coming in from different places across the globe, and they want to have a chance at the cake.
Well, and it's good too, because like I said, people actually see like I can't tell you how many times just people have been like, oh, like I do different VO and everything too, right? So like I do like radio imaging for this radio station in Seattle, completely random. They just reached out to me and were like, hey, we want to get a new sound for our station and blah 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 and do all this stuff. So I was like, cool. Recorded a bunch of stuff for them, sent it to them. They loved it and it was great. And they played it on the radio, and like my voice is going out. And the producer came to me like later on and was like, you know what? It's crazy that I didn't even think about like all these people that came up to me and were like, hey, it sounds like this new voice that you guys got for the radio is a black dude. Is that true? And they're like, yeah, is this guy, Mike Smith, he does this thing. They're like, oh, I like, it's like black people that live in the Pacific Northwest. And they're like, I didn't know that was something that we could ever do. And maybe that's something that I could do like in the future or something. That would be cool. I want to look into that. And I'm like, just us being around gives people the idea that, oh, maybe I can do something different with my life too. Maybe I can do this, or maybe I can do that, or like, so just having people in the space is very important.
Okay. Yes, definitely. Now since I've ended off, I wanted to say that first. What do you think studios and cast directors can do? They've probably already done it to ensure more inclusive storytelling and casting.
I think the easiest thing is to just, I don't know if there's a like real bias that happens right now. I could say there is probably, but I don't know. But I think like just making sure that you're not hiring people just for their name, and like just like, I think auditions should just be like sent in, and someone should delete all the names off the audition that they get from like the MP3 files, and then people should just listen to the actors do their audition, and then they should just pick the best one. I mean, that's easy enough. That's a good start anyway. And then from like the creative side, like I know it would probably be easier for video games because you can kind of change that as you go on, but like just make the game or like write the story or whatever, and just write the character, and just like don't assign them stuff. Like don't be like, this is a white male in his 30s. Like, does he have to be white? Is that something that has to be like part of the story? Is that important? Okay, this is a black dude in his 50s. Well, does he have to be black? Could it be anybody? Could it be a guy from like Canada or something? Or, like why is that important? Like, just being maybe kind of like, if there is more openness with the like creation of the thing, then you can just slot people in and then adjust the characters accordingly once you like find a voice actor or an actor to play them. Like I think the thing was like the Hunger Games, right? Back a few years ago, the movie, and they were like, okay, the District 3, I think it was, with Rue, the little black girl, and everybody was like, oh my god, why is it a black girl? What a blah 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 blah. And the writer's like, I never wrote like what they're supposed to be. I wrote just like what their features are. Like, it doesn't say that they have to be this or that or whatever. And so like the characters are fine. What do you mean? So like stuff like that is, I would want to see more stuff like, just kind of the character can be anything, just write something and then like fill it in later. But that's easier. Like I said, that's easier to do with like video games and stuff because they can just change sliders and make people look different and whatever. Like anime, manga, stuff like that, that's probably not going to work. So we'll have to find something else to do for that. But like video games, movies, stuff like that, we can just make it open. And then like when you find the right person and hire them, then you can kind of adjust it that way. So I don't know. That's just a thought that I have. I don't know if that would work, but
it's okay. And like I said, they probably, like I said before, Caitlin Glass and other directors, they probably already figured that part out.
Yeah, I'm sure they're on it. Yeah, whoever's doing that.
That's why I said that's why I said at the beginning of questions, they probably already figured it out.
Yeah, I'm sure they got it. Yeah, I'm like, they pay smarter people than me to think of that stuff. So I'm like, all right, yeah, go ahead and handle that. Y'all handle that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, let me just ask them just to be sure.
Yeah.
So but it doesn't hurt to double check.
Yeah.
Like
everybody's got an idea. So
again, I just want to pick your brains and see what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling. I think all the voice actors know what I'm doing. He just wants to pick your brains.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, these are conversations we should be having as creatives, like as creative people, like making sure that we can get the best people and like the most people into these things. So, yeah.
All right. So next, when voicing characters who aren't written with specific backgrounds in mind, do you bring any of your own lived experiences into the role?
Yeah, of course. I think that's one thing that we talk about with like other voice actors that I've spoken with anyway. Like, there's a lot of voice actors that come like straight out of high school or straight out of college, and they're like, I'm just going to be a voice actor and I'm going to do this. They have like no life experience. They haven't gone anywhere. They haven't done anything. They haven't worked any jobs. They're just like, oh, I'm an actor. Okay, well, what are you pulling from to do these things? Like, have you seen this? Have you like gone these places? Have you felt this? And oh no, I just want to be an actor. I'm like, okay, well, the more things that you have to pull from, the better your acting will be. So like, I think that it's important for people to have like a lot of, not a lot, but like the more life experience that you can pull from, the better your well of acting power that you can pull from to do your job better. So yeah, the more that you can do, the better, I think.
I mean, you gotta have. Listen, I tell people you can't just go into something and just be, oh, I'm going to do this, whatever. Listen, y'all have to have some kind of like backstory about how you got into this whole thing. You know how many people I've met who've done like so many things and they had some kind of like backstory that made them who they are today.
Yep.
Listen, life isn't just about the good stuff. It's about remembering the bad stuff as well. Yep. You got to remember every detail from your life experience. That way that your employers can know what you've gone through, especially if you're doing voice stuff. They want to know what you've been through, how you've been successful, what setbacks you've been through, what bad experience you have.
Yep.
That way they can know what they're dealing with.
Even if you like look at any of the stories or the movies or the anime or whatever, like every character's got some kind of backstory that developed their life, right? Like, so you've got to have that experience to kind of pull from too. Like, I'm not saying like if you want to be an anime main character, your mom has to die. Like, you don't have to do that, but like you got to have like something that you can. I've experienced this that I can. Oh, if something comes up like this in an anime or a game or whatever, I can pull from that because I've had that happen before and I know what that feels like. Or man, I won this award and I was so hype about it, and then this character that I am, they're really hype about this thing that happened. So I can pull from that and do that. The more that you have, the better you can do. So I always tell people just get as much life experience as possible, man. Just do stuff. Just go out and do things, meet people, travel, like all this stuff.
That put it in a journal. Document all your adventures.
Yep.
You know how I be going to this convention. I just have my GoPro camera.
Yeah,
I be documenting all my adventures.
Yeah, you should. That's fun. That's the fun stuff, man.
Because here's the thing: when I'm done, when I get old enough, I want to put this in a scrapbook somewhere.
Oh yeah. You'll be watching that over and over again and be like, oh, I remember that. I was just talking with some of my friends back in Colorado. Like we went to my brother's wedding last month, and like a bunch of us got together and we were like, oh, you remember this thing that happened here? And oh, you remember when he did that? And they're like, you're reminiscing about all this stuff. And like all these life experiences are gonna fulfill your life, man. Just go and do stuff like things that have nothing to do with voiceover. If you want to be an actor, go do stuff that has nothing to do with acting, man. Go like climb something or like travel somewhere. Go row a boat or like, I don't know, like just go do stuff. Go get some experience and then come back and be like, oh, I have this stuff to think about now too.
Life is about the journey, not the destination.
Correct.
And listen, I do be enjoying the small moments of life. I know podcasting and talk to people is good and all, and go to the adventures is fun, but listen, every Friday, and yes, tomorrow, I do go out for ice cream.
You should. Hey, that's great.
Last week I had Marble Slab. The week before I had Ben and Jerry's.
That's good. What I like doing is do you know what dim sum is? Like the Chinese food? Yeah. I love dim sum. So around this area that we live in, there's a bunch of dim sum restaurants. So like every week I go to a new one. And I'm trying to find the one that I'm like, oh, this is the best one. So I'm like, I just go to like new dim sum restaurants. I love doing that. And so dim sum and like Japanese ramen restaurants. I like trying all of them and see which one's different. That has nothing to do with acting. I just want to, I want to do this. This is fun. I get to meet new people, like talk to these people. Oh, yeah, hey, which one do you think is the best one? And blah, 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 blah. Like your life can't be this thing all the time, nonstop, only. You'll go crazy, man. I know. I think it's crazy. Some people might love it. I don't know. To each their own.
Yeah, tomorrow, like I said, it's not fulfilling. Like it's never fulfilling. Like if I keep doing this, it's like watching Soul. Like Joe Gardner does The Gig, if you remember Soul, Pixar. Mm-hmm. But it's not,
Yeah.
Dorothea Williams said something that really caught my attention.
Yeah.
I once heard the story about a fish. He swims up to this older fish and said, I'm looking for this place called the ocean. The ocean says the older fish. That's what you're in right now. No, this is the young fish. This is just water.
Yep.
What I want is the ocean. You're already there. We just have to recognize the water.
Yep. I like that movie, man. That movie's another movie that's just blue blobby man doing stuff. No, it's got some stuff to say, man. That movie's got a lot to say. A lot
exactly.
to
say. There you go, man. I want to watch that film again. It was really
it was good. It's a good movie.
It was good. Now I did cry once because I was like, that's what it's all about, just living.
Yep.
When he played the piano with 22, he was like, hey, that's not really a purpose 22. Those really aren't purposes 22. That's just regular old living.
Yeah, that's just life, man. It's supposed to be just a little part of it, not all of it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to try Cold Stone Creamery.
Why not? Cold Stone's dope.
Yep. So I haven't had it in a while. I want to feel like what I missed.
Yeah, Cold Stone's really
every Friday I try to find some good ice cream shops or something to try out.
We just went to this milkshake shop that's down here. I can't remember what it was called, but man, it was good, man. And I was like, ooh, I might be on the ice cream trip too, but I'm a little big. I need to stay off the ice cream. I need to chill out on the ice cream right now.
It's okay. It's okay. Just staying active. I've been trying to get back to the gym. Listen, also every Sunday I go running.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. Because thing is, I go to a place called Tribbett Park. It's a big park, big river and everything. I just go there like every weekend just to get away from everything.
Oh yeah. Get some you time. Let the brain relax. Get rid of some of that stress. Yeah.
So and it does help because I've been through a lot every week, and I just want to get away from everything.
Of course. Yeah, you need to.
So otherwise, it's going to be stressful.
It will be, yes. Don't let that stress kill you early.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. Well, we're at the end. We're almost at the end here. So
Yep.
section four. Let's see. Life, general, and advice.
Yep.
So, what's a lesson or mantra that's carried you through both your career and your personal life?
I think I've been saying it this whole time, man. Just like you try everything you can, do everything you can. Just like if you want to do something, go do it. If you want to try something, try it. Don't let anything. Don't let yourself just be like, no, I can't, and then just not do something. Like try it, man. Go try and do things. Go look at new things. Go visit new places. Go talk to new people. Go eat new stuff. Like these experiences are so much more important than like, oh, I can go and buy a Lamborghini, man. Oh, I got this. Oh, I bought 3 Teslas last week. Oh man, I'm dope. Like that's not, man. Use that money to go and live and experience life, man. Go feel things. Go eat things. Go talk to people. Like get their experience and hear about their stories and add that to your story. And like there's so much. Like life is about living. Like it's like I always say it's like some people are alive but they ain't living. And like that was off some old lyric I got like years ago. But like some people are. There's just like. I wake up, I go to work, I eat, I go to sleep. I wake up, I go to work, I eat, I go to sleep. Life has got to be more, man. There's got to be more than that. You got to live.
Got to.
You have to live.
Otherwise, you're just stuck in the same loophole endlessly.
Even if you're not stuck in the same loop, like there's so much to do. There's so much to do, so much to see, so many things that can make you like incredibly happy, so many things that can make you sad too. Like you can get hurt, you can be brought to like extreme joy, like you can have fun doing stuff. You can hate this thing, you can eat something that's gross, you can eat something you love, and I'm gonna eat this every day for the rest of my life. Like you would never know if you're just go to sleep, wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, wake up, go to work, like no, you can't do that. You can't.
It's got to be more than just that.
You can't do that. You can't do it. Like live life, man. Live life, go places. Like my next thing is like I've been putting it off forever. My next thing, I want to go to Machu Picchu. You know where that is? In Peru. The ancient city that's on top of the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that forever. I keep putting it off. Next year I'm doing it. I'm like I'm tired of playing. I'm going. But like, I gotta go.
Go ahead.
I gotta go.
Yeah, do it, man. Listen, I have plans to go to Japan soon because I haven't been there. My parents only went because my mom had a conference in 2008, so I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't go. I couldn't go at all. The only place we went to was Mexico 2 times.
Oh,
last time we went to Mexico
this
year.
Wait! You only went to Mexico 2 times? You went to Mexico twice? What do you mean only? That's dope. I want to go to Mexico. I ain't been there yet.
Cancun, Mexico. That's where it is.
That's dope. Yeah. I haven't been to Cancun.
Really?
What do you mean only? Like, take that out of your vocabulary, man. I only did this one. No, you did that. That's great. Like, enjoy that. That's a notch in your life belt.
Yeah, because we went in 2016. Nice. 9 years later, we went this year.
Nice. So you went to like a resort thing. You got
yes,
all you can eat, drink, and swim. You're out on the beach. Yeah, man, that's dope. I want to do that too.
I didn't do too much. Hey. So I drank a little bit, but I didn't drink any alcohol stuff. Okay, maybe I did, but not like any shots.
I didn't drink. Well, maybe I did.
You know how hard it's gonna be hard to like hold your liquor with all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, you caught yourself though. You was like, I didn't drink. I did. Yeah.
Dude, I do have plans to travel more often
Do
next
it,
year.
man.
I want to go. I want to go to more conventions. I want to go out of the country for a few months.
Do it. Traveling
You
is
know,
my thing, man. I used
I
to live
have
in
plans.
Japan.
Really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
loved it. I loved it. I lived
I
in
have.
Japan. I've been to Hong Kong, lived in Albania and Eastern Europe, been to Germany, the UK. I just came back from the UK in June. Just go live life, my guy.
I got plans. I got plans to go to Singapore.
I would love to. I was just watching something on Singapore. I keep getting sidetracked, but yeah, I'm like, man, I want to go to Singapore so bad, man. That'd be dope.
I believe I will. The way I've been saving my money, because I have been saving money. Listen, I told myself when I turn 25,
Yeah,
I want to start saving money.
make it happen.
So,
Make it happen. Say, put your goal, what you need to do to hit, and then you're gonna go and do this thing. And then when you go do that, all right, you come back home. All right, next goal. All right, I'm gonna go do this one next. This is what I need to hit, and then I'm gonna go do that, and then go make the next one. Even if
exactly.
it's like, man, I'm gonna go spend a weekend in LA. Do that.
Mhm.
Why not?
Just like I said, just live. I got nothing to do. I just let
Yep.
the money sit. I just let the money sit there.
Yep. Don't do it. Like life is hard enough as it is. You don't need to make it worse. Make it better.
No,
Do better things with it.
of course.
Yeah.
You know I'm on that.
Yep.
So next question: how do you deal with rejection or creative burnout in a performance-driven industry?
It's hard because, like I said, I come from government work. That was my whole life. Like, government is like, okay, I need you to get this certification, and you go get this certification, and then that means that you can do this job, so you can get this job, and then it's just like, this thing happens, and this thing happens, then this thing happens. In a creative industry, it's like, okay, there's no certifications here. I can't go get certified for voice acting and then go to like I don't know, Crunchyroll and be like, okay, give me main characters, please. Like that's not how this industry works. So it's like it was hard for me to come to the understanding of like, oh, everything is subjective in this industry. Everything is like, oh, I like this, I feel this, I hear this, and not like, oh, I check this box, give me a job. That's not how this works. So like coming to understand that and being like, okay, I get how this industry works now. It's still like, for me, I'm still like, okay, if I'm not getting the jobs that I want, then I'm doing something wrong. So I need to go train more. So I'm like, I'm always in a class or I'm always with a coach doing something, because I'm like, okay, I want to do these things. What do I need? What am I missing to do these things that I want to do right now? So I'm always trying to learn more. So that's how I kind of deal with my rejection or like not being selected for stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't get picked for that. All right, that means I got to go train more. I gotta go get more under my belt and figure out what I'm missing. So like, it's good. It can be motivational if you let it, like that, like with me, or it could be like, some people will be like, oh, I didn't get picked. I suck and I'm gonna stop doing this. Like when I first started this, I almost quit. Like a year and a half, 2 years in, I was like, oh, I'm doing auditions and I'm only getting maybe 1 out of 20. Like I was like, oh yeah, this isn't working. So I got to quit and go find a job. And some of my friends were like, no, man, you've only been doing it 2 years. It takes a while. This is not the government. Like this doesn't work the same. You got to do this and this and this. You got to build up these connections. You got to build up your acting ability. You got to do all these things. And then you'll start getting those things. And I was like, nah. But I stuck with it. They talked me into sticking with it. And now I'm like, everyone was right. So now I'm like, so yeah, now I know, but it's hard. It's hard, man.
Listen, it's the same thing with me. You gotta walk before you can run.
Yep, absolutely.
You gotta walk before you run. Did you think that when I start this podcast, I'll be blowing up right away that quickly?
Who knows?
No, it's gonna take time. I mean,
Yep.
I've been getting a lot of attention.
That's good.
Sure, it's still something, but I want to make sure that I'm doing my part to make sure you guys enjoy these conversations that I've been having.
Of course.
Because lately, because I thought when I should do this, I was like, this is gonna take time. Start something new. it's blown up lately, and it's now that I'm like 34 episodes in. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay busy. Like, I don't care what they say.
Like as long as you keep the momentum going, like all the stuff that you're doing, and like I think so. Like my you didn't ask for my advice, but I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this whole podcasting thing. I see lots of
Sure.
people. I see people that do this all the time, and they're just like, no one innovates. No one does anything different. Everyone comes on, asks a voice actor the same questions, and then says thank you, and then goes to the next one, and then asks the next voice actor all the same questions, and then says thank you, and then goes to the next one and asks the next voice actor all the same. I'm like, dude, there's gotta be something different. Why am I gonna watch you over the 80,000 other people that are interviewing voice actors? What, like with auditions, like we were talking about earlier, like how are you gonna, if 500 people audition, 450 people are going to do the same. Hi, my name's Tochi. Hi, my name's Tochi. Hi, my name's Tochi. You can't, don't be that dude. Don't be that dude. Find out what's going to make yours be like, oh, we got to go to watch this podcast because this is, he asks great questions. Like, look at, have you ever watched Hot Ones?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever heard a celebrity like, God, I hate interviews, but Sean, you are such a good interviewer. You ask such great questions, and oh man, this is such a fun format. Like, just think of what would make you Hot Ones of anime or voice acting interviewers. What's going to make you the hot ones? What's going to make you stand out to do your thing? Don't do the same thing every other podcast interviewer is doing. Do something different. Do something different, do something new, do something more even. Like I said, like don't be dropping out 3 interviews like a week. I'll be doing that stuff. Like do an interview and then like, oh, here I am at this con, blah 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 blah. I'm interviewing people at the con, blah blah blah. Oh, I went to this conference about acting and talk to these directors about stuff, or like stuff like do innovate, man. Make something big.
Yeah, you gotta go deep. You think, like I said before, I come over, see, I do the research. I make sure to have very powerful and deep dive questions. You know how many DMs I be getting saying like he is a great interviewer.
Yep,
like
that's great.
They've been saying, and these are very phenomenal questions.
That's good. That's how it should be.
And and I think, Mike, you've enjoyed our conversation the way we've been talking. Like you saw me, I've been coming with receipts. I've done the research on you. Make sure I had everything. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be talking to you. And nobody doesn't want to just be talking.
Yep. Yeah. And it's like it's the energy you give and the energy you receive. It's a back and forth between you and whoever you're interviewing to. So like you gotta match their energy, pull it. If they're like this the whole time, oh yeah, that anime was cool. Yeah. You gotta find a way. All right, let me pull this person out of this shell. What would make them more comfortable? How do I do, and then make them more talkative, put it on them. Like there's all kinds of stuff you can learn to do to make yourself like a better interviewer and make this like the place that people want to go and watch and see what's happening in the entertainment world. So like just
I think the best thing with me is I decided to just be myself.
You should.
I just went with it, like I didn't want to be like sound like some kind of amazing, like I didn't want my podcast to be sound like something, insanely crazy name or something, like anime podcasts and all that stuff. Anyway, there's a lot of anime podcasts.
There are a lot, exactly.
Me, I want to do something very unique.
Yeah, do it.
That's why I came up with just the conversation.
Yep.
No filters. We're just 2 people having a conversation.
I like it.
Most people have a conversation. I try to be diverse, not just you guys, but different people with different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like next week, I'm talking to another person. She's actually an anime jewelry designer.
Oh, that's dope.
So I'm speaking to her.
Like that is great. I like that.
Yeah, I'm speaking to her. I'm speaking to her next week.
You know what you should look into too, that I don't see. I don't know if someone's done it. Maybe someone has, but I've not seen. Like you should try and connect with like, if you want to like have maybe like a deeper focus on like how things are made, like you should connect with some of the engineers that do like anime, the voiceover engineering, the audio engineers, like the people that do it for video games. Like
That's
and be
true.
like and be like, man, how is it like engineering in the booth while somebody's giving their read and then you have to blah blah blah? Because these engineers are magic, man. Like they make us sound great and they get no
Yeah.
love. They get
And there
no
have been
love, man.
a few voice actors who are audio
There's
engineers.
both. Yep. Some people do both.
Yeah, like I said before, you guys have different talents. I'll make sure to look into it because I
Yeah.
know, because like I said before, Kaylee Mills, she's an audio engineer,
Yep.
and that's why I've been like fighting tooth and claw, talking to Jay, trying to get her on because I want to pick her brain and
Yep.
ask her questions because she's just been through a lot.
That's a
He's
good
doing
idea.
the best he can. You know how emails go. But the best thing to do is I told Jay, listen, do your best. For now, I'm just going to look for more people to talk to.
Yep.
But I do want to talk to her one of these days.
Yes, indeed.
So listen, I don't mind. I look
some new ideas.
yes, look for new people. But yes, I'll check the interview. It sounds like interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm just talking to her. You know, any kind of artist. You know, anybody professional business. I talked to a girl who was back in August who was actually an environmental science person.
Oh, nice.
I talked to her too. So listen, I told you I'd be bringing different backgrounds, not
That's
just you
good.
guys.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
There's,
just like I
there's
said,
so many
I
people
don't-
that make this industry work, man. So many people.
like I said, I don't want this to just be anime podcast. I want it to be more than just that.
Good.
I got excited there. I just, I just like.
You should.
Listen,
That's
I'm
good.
passionate.
If you
I'm
get excited
passionate.
and passionate about it, that means you're doing the right thing.
Yes, true. You know, I think it comes with me doing the podcast as well. It comes with it as part of the job.
Yes, indeed.
No, next one. What advice would you give to aspiring voice actors from underrepresented backgrounds trying to break in today?
I would just say there are a lot of people that will tell you. So, like, the most important thing that I would say, there are a lot of people, if you're trying to get into this industry, that will tell you this is the way that you have to get into this industry. You must do it this way. If you hear someone tell you there is an absolute one way, must do it this way to do this and get into voice acting, get away from them immediately. Because there is no one way to do anything in this industry. Somebody might hear you and put you as a main character on the new thing. Somebody might hear you and they want nothing to do with you. But there is no one way to do anything in this industry. There are better ways that will work more often than not. But if somebody tells you, oh, you have to do this, 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 you have to do them all in that order. And if you don't, then you're not going to, hey, stay away from those people. There's no one way to do this. If you want to get into the industry, like, and even like you said, from underrepresented like people or whatnot, nothing to do with it. Like I said, it's all that's getting better now. Don't even think about that at the moment. Like, just if you want to get into, at least for voice acting anyway, go to iwannabeavoiceactor.com, read that up, do what it says to do. And then if you have questions, reach out to a voice actor doing the thing and ask them whatever question you have to get clarification. But there is no one way to do this. If someone says there is, and you can only do it this way, don't talk to them. Thank them for their input. Move on.
Definitely. And listen, every time those people, they be saying stuff that's not true. And that's why I be telling you, got to do the research on your own.
You have to do the research. You have to. Because there are people that are out there that'll be like, oh, you have to do it this way. And you know how you can do it that way? I have this training camp right here. Come and sign up and give me $700 a month and I'll get you in the thing. Hey, hey, stay away from those people.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
It happens though. It happens. But yeah, everything. If you want to be a voice actor, if you want to be a very good voice actor, it is possible that you can do it 100% for free, never taking a class in your life. Is it gonna work 100%? No. Might it work? Maybe. It all depends on how much research you do, how much effort you're putting into it, how much you're learning. Everything you need to know about voice acting, you can find for free online. But some people don't learn that way. Some people need to talk to someone and get that feedback and forth and talk about what needs to be done and how to do it. That's cool. But like I said, there's no one way to do this. If someone tells you there is only one way to do this, get away from them. That's my most important piece of information that I will tell people.
They very important piece of information. They don't, sometimes people don't have all the answers. Go do your own thing, do the research.
Do the research.
So, and listen, I know voice acting can be a take a toe, and I know you take a break when it's time to relax.
Of course.
How do you balance creativity with self-care when you're constantly using your voice as your main tool? And again, it's okay to take a break if you're tired.
Yeah. It's taking a break is good. Like in the booth, make sure you take a break if you need a break. Cause like sometimes I just did a 4-hour session the other day, and it's like, man, if you're yapping for 4 hours and you're doing like this and they're going like, oh, grenades, oh, they're shooting. Like if you're doing that for 4 hours, man, you're not gonna make it. Your throat's gonna be talking like this for like a week. Like, so take a break if you need it. But like in the creative industry in general, to like take a break, man, I told you earlier, I'm a nerd. I'm a gamer, man. I just built my new PC. I'm about to be playing some stuff, bro. I like, if I'm not working, I'm on PC playing something. Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, Switch too. Dude, listen, I've been geeking out lately.
You get Pokemon?
Huh?
You get Pokemon?
No, I don't have the Pokemon. I don't. I'm not a Pokemon person. I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize. But
that's cool.
But lately, let's see what I got over here. Because lately I've been getting some new games. When they came out with this 3 weeks ago, I got this.
Oh yeah, the one too. Yeah.
Mario. I posted on my Instagram saying after 15 years, it's back in my hands.
Yeah, people have been waiting for that, man. Been waiting.
So,
yeah.
And then I'm a huge Batman person. I got this.
Yep.
The Arkham trilogy.
Of course.
Listen, I had to get it because I also pre-ordered the Batman Arkham City pop figure from GameStop.
Oh, nice.
Because I was like, listen, I have the Arkham Asylum Batman in my room. The one that I got from St. Augustine. It was Mythical Mountain. It was like the 10th anniversary pack.
Oh yeah.
Then I also got the Arkham Asylum Batman like pop figure with the poster in the back for Arkham Asylum.
Yep.
Because here's the thing, my aunt gave me a GameStop card, so I got that for Christmas. So I spent my money getting another pop figure.
Yeah.
And then I got the Arkham Knight pop figure too when I was in college. I also got the Arkham Knight a Batmobile from Jada Toys off of Amazon this year.
Oh.
So I was like, the only reason why I ordered the
Batman.
Huh?
You ready for that new Lego Batman?
Yes. I'm putting that on Nintendo Switch too. I'm not putting it on the Xbox now.
No Xbox.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I was like, Legos, that deserves to be on the Nintendo Switch. It don't make sense to have it on the Xbox.
It'll be good.
Then lastly, the only reason why I ordered the Arkham City pop figure was because I wanted to complete the Arkham trilogy section in my room.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I just had to.
Yep.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna play the Arkham trilogy for real when I get the Arkham City pop figure.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
but yeah, that's my cool down, man. Got to play some games, man. I love gaming.
But here's the thing that I don't like: the Riddler trophies.
Oh yeah, going to find every last one of them all over the place. Yeah.
Yes, that was annoying. But yeah, I got games to keep me occupied because I was gonna do some videos. Here's the thing: like I said before, I deleted my gaming channel. I had to start all over. So once I realized my gaming channel wasn't getting as much attention because I wasn't really paying much to concept and depth to it, I decided to put the games on my main page from YouTube. Phil Q Productions, which makes sense. Productions, you can do anything with that. Yes, so I decided to transfer my games, decide to delete and start over on the other on my main page since I started.
I like it.
So it works. Like, do you know how many creators who do that kind of stuff? That they do like a lot of stuff. They interview people, they talk to people, saying they're nerds, blurs, and then they put video game walkthroughs on the same page.
Yep.
Same stuff.
Yeah, you gotta whatever you're doing, just do it well.
Because after I finished the whole Left 4 Dead series, I was gonna try to play Luigi's Mansion 3. They're adding Luigi's Mansion into Nintendo Switch now. The first one.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
I was like, so they're gonna have the whole trilogy on here.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to play that game. I couldn't beat the whole game because it was my cousin's GameCube. I couldn't use it when I was young.
Oh,
So now I get a chance to play it myself. But
yeah.
Listen, the more games to get, the more content I can video game walkthroughs I need. I need to get back to playing Marvel Rivals because I haven't played that game in a while.
Yep.
I've been missing out, Mike. Hey, they got Blade in the game now.
Yep.
They got Blade in there now. I was like, I need to get back to that game.
Get on it.
So again, I'm in my venting sessions again. Every time I get passionate, I start venting, man.
Oh, you should. I mean, it means you care.
Listen, even all the previous interviews are like, please, no, no, vent, man. Let your fire blaze. Ren Goku this. So it's just me. I guess I have a talent for doing that.
That's good.
Just didn't know it until so many episodes ago. I just don't pay attention to my
you figure it out as you start going, as you're asking questions.
I don't pay attention how I act. I just do it.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Let's see. I think so. We're at the last question here.
Okay.
If you could speak directly to young fans or creators who look up to you, what's the message you would want to leave them with?
Man, I don't want to say the same one again, so let me say something different. Let's see. If I would say anything to young fans right now, it'd be like a combination of older folks think that you have to do X, Y, Z. You have to have this kind of job. You have to do the world is different. There's so many ways that you can make a living and enjoy life that don't have to do with like going out, applying for a job, getting a job, like working at McDonald's or something. Like there's so many ways for you to find a way to live life. Go and do whatever it is that you want to do and make that work that way. Like if you want to travel somewhere and if you want to travel and make money, like make a travel blog and have people pay you for like where the places that you go and like, oh, I'm going to take pictures of stuff and go and do stuff like that. If you want to try all kinds of different food, you can be a food blogger and go different places and like go and eat all this stuff and like make content like that. Like making content is a job, no matter what old people tell you. Like sometimes old people, content creation's not a job. Being an influencer is not a job. It is a job and people pay lots of money for it. So don't let people tell you what you want to do isn't a way for you to make a living and for you to live life, because the world is different. It's not even through our lifetime, you and I, like the world has changed so dramatically and there's plenty of ways for you to do whatever. And the only other thing I would say is kind of like self-serving too, is like, good God, stay off of like AI, man. It's not really AI. It's just stuff that's like mushing around words to find the things to say that you want to hear. Like, don't do generative AI. If you want some art for something, just draw it, man. Your drawing might look janky as hell, but like you did it and you've actually learned something from it, and you'll do something and you'll find the love for these things. Like if AI takes over voice acting jobs and you want it to be a voice actor when you grow up, are you going to go to a conference to be like, oh, I want to talk to bot 357 and get an autograph from them? No, you're not. Are you going to be like, man, oh, bot 743 was in this anime. Oh my God, I loved that. No, that's not a thing. So like, the more people keep using this AI garbage, like in Chat GPT and stuff, and like letting these corporations tell you what to do and think, the worse off your life is gonna be, the more unhappy you're gonna be about everything. Like just live life as yourself, a human. Like bots are cool for like AI is like a nice big calculator. A calculator shouldn't be doing like your life living for you. And a calculator shouldn't be like, you shouldn't type in 53827 in your calculator and get a movie with your face on it. Like, who cares? It's like, please stop using AI. It's worthless. It's not what it should be, and it's going to make you a lot less happy with just your existence in general. That's those two things are what I would tell young people nowadays.
It's okay. It's okay. We need those.
Yeah.
I always ask people what advice you would give to someone.
Yeah.
You need
Other than my earlier advice that I tell all the time, like, yeah, just those two things for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of everything. I
That's
think
the end. All right.
before I think did you enjoy yourself? Did y'all enjoy our
Of course.
conversation?
Yeah, I love talking
Yeah.
about this stuff. Like I said, I still feel like I'm an outsider in this industry, even though I'm doing stuff. So it's like it's cool when people actually want to hear what my opinion is on stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do have a little experience in this that I could talk about. So yeah, it's fun. It's
Well,
good.
you're not an outsider. You still
Technically, yeah.
you're still a voice actor. I mean,
Yeah.
every voice actor deserves to be heard.
Yep.
Not just the big ones.
Yeah, I agree.
Small ones too.
Not just
Like
the big ones. Yeah.
listen. At the end of the day, you're still human.
Yes, indeed.
So human beings deserve to have their stories told.
I like that.
So,
I like hearing their
let's-
stories and telling them.
Exactly. So let's keep the magic rolling.
Let's do it.